June 21st, Board of Education order, be rise. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great, I have received no correspondence for the public portion of the meeting, so at this time, if there's anyone from the public that would like to address the board. For a second time, if there's anyone from the public that would like to address the board, yes, please.
I'm not from the public, but a few teachers have called me to let me know that the agenda wasn't posted online, and they were very upset by that.
Yep, we'll take care of it. We're gonna break down in communication on the agenda posting, so.
Okay,
Make sure
I
that's
just,
correct.
Yeah, I apologize for that. So I found out today.
I told them I would check, so I'm just checking.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rose. I do, okay. Mrs. Libra.
Jerry Pimento for me, and he is I'm supposed to say this last meeting, that's why I forgot. But he wants to thank the board for their support for all the years for Eagle Camp. Patrick Allen has basically taken over, and Jerry and she was a para.
Dale, Nancy Dale.
Nancy Pam, they basically write the curriculum and oversee, but Patrick is running it now. But they, he called me and said, please tell the board that I appreciate all the support that they've given us through the years. That they're glad that we can still want it. And so this year, my daughter went every week and she could, she loved it. And I think it's a great opportunity for our kids. So he just wanted to express his thanks to the board for their support in the city. So I just want to say thank you.
Thank you. So do I need to start over? Is there anyone else from the public who would like to address the board for a second time? Is there anyone from the public who would like to address the board? Third and final time, if there's anyone from the public that would like to address the board, now is our roll for peace. Being none, public portion is closed. And we'll turn it over to the superintendent.
I'd like to put a motion on the floor to go to C1B and our student representatives as one has to be before he.
You know what I was going to actually do was call them up. I don't know if maybe we can get one of the administrators to take a picture with kind of Kevin brought them gifts, and maybe we have a certificate for both of them and get a picture. And if they want to say their last words before they ride off into the sunset, we'd love to hear it from them. And also, I think, I'll say it first, but I'm sure everyone will want to say thank you both to Anthony and Mackenzie. You've been really good about bringing some of the issues facing the students to us. In fact, you were the best, I would say. If there was concern, you guys made the board aware, and I hope we've done our best to address them. So, I know Debbie already gave it, but maybe a picture.
Yeah, sure. Why don't we take it around the table? You want to get it? You want to get it?
Yeah, why don't you come
Yeah,
over?
That's all.
Yeah. Yes, you gotta go a little bit to the tallest. Yes.
That's crazy.
Why don't you go,
All right.
you,
Try to get a little behind, like sports. You all have to be close. All right.
Keep moving, keep moving.
Let's turn sideways.
Oh, there you go. Turn sideways. There you go.
Perfect.
Chris, did you put the page together? Where's Chris?
Yeah, it's over right next to the word.
But we wish Anthony is going to Villanova, quite a school, and I know Mackenzie. I know you'll do the best at UNH. You know your plans change suddenly in the last minute, but I'm sure you're going to do well. Take advantage while you're on.
Oh, that's so nice.
You said it's
I was waiting.
So, okay, go ahead. We're gonna go first.
apologize, but my lacrosse banquet is at 7, so I will be.
Listen, you
Go
should.
right ahead, that's very important.
So I just wanted to start by saying thank you not only to the Board of Ed, but the West Haven School District as a whole for this amazing opportunity. It has been such a pleasure to serve on the Board of Education, especially at such a young age. I'm honored to have been your recipient of this wonderful leadership. Such an honor to work aside such intelligent board members, and I've never seen a more hardworking board than the people in front of us. And I've had such a wonderful opportunity to take part in so many of the projects, and I'm very proud of our accomplishments with the Board of Education over the last 2 years. I want to thank, even though he's not here, but Brendan for being such a great mentor. Last year, he was really a great person to introduce us into this Board of Education. I also want to thank Anthony for being such a wonderful and driven co-student representative. And then I would just like to end it by saying thank you again for this great opportunity, and I look forward to hopefully working with you guys in the future. And I would like to say good luck to Navia, Danielle, and Hannah, who's missing because she has work. I think we're certainly leaving the board in good hands.
Thank you.
First off, I would like to say thank you to this wonderful board and for allowing me to be a student representative alongside you guys. This board has been very productive the past 2 years. I'm really thankful for that, for all the members. Sorry. I'm really thankful for all the bonds and friendships I've formed with every single one of you on the board. And all the accomplishments Mackenzie and I have gotten, I think there's just continued support from all of you. Like I always love seeing all the Facebook comments and all the posts on social media about us. It really makes everything a lot more special. I know specifically with a lot of board members, like Andrea has watched me grow up. I've been best friends with her son since we were playing T-ball together. And more specifically, Mr. Cavallero has watched Mackenzie and I grow up. Since the beginning, he's watched us grow up more socially and seeing us get more academically and more professional throughout the years. I just want to say it's an incredible honor, and I wish the best of luck to the next 3 students. They're going to do a great job. Thank you.
May I have your attention, please? I just want to say thank you to both of you. It's been a pleasure to work with. You are both incredibly friendly, caring, intelligent, helpful. The sky's the limit. I know you guys are doing great things, and I'm very grateful that my future is in your hands. So thank you for doing this. All the volunteering that you do for your community. It does not work.
Wanted to make sure that we're sorry about the last meeting, but we really wanted to have a chance to send you off the right way. We'll try to be quick. In fact, it's a good reason to be quick. The only thing I wanted to say tonight, I said a lot at our meeting, the agenda items, was I really want to thank the board for their support this year. This has been a long, difficult year, but it really kind of all came together. At the end, what was really nice, and I've shared this with several of you, is I can't tell you the schools that I've gone to over the last 2 weeks and the events I've gone to where teachers, parents, and people have said, thank you, you guys really did a good job this year. And that meant a lot because you don't hear that a lot. But I thought we ended the year on a real high note. I thought all the graduation ceremonies were terrific. We tried to do as much as we can to give the kids some sense of normalcy with field days and motion ceremonies. And again, I know there were some difficult moments this year. You heard Kristen and I go back and forth a little bit, but it really all kind of came together nice, and we were able to agree on, we were able to put together some a memorandum to go forward, and complete the school year, and work closely with them to, to develop our schedules. I just think everything came together so well, and I can't believe that the year has come and gone from where we started. If you guys remember at a meeting at the auditorium where there's several people concerned, several people saying it's not the right time to open. Then we met with the governor, and our kids would mention this at graduation, were pretty insistent that they wanted to have an open school year and participate in sports and those kinds of things. I can't tell you how grateful I am for your support, for the support of our entire teaching staff, our administrative staff, and the kids and the families of the district who, you know, while you can certainly question individual decisions, I think in the end, as a whole, we did some good things. And I'm very, very appreciative of that. Again, the community just came together and saw the good in West Haven. Thank you, excuse me.
Oh, sorry, Judy. Oh, I'm skipping around, so I got all thrown off with that. My friend's leaving, sorry.
I just want to reinforce what Neil said about the school year, and I can tell you, in school days, it was a wonderful year. The parents were enthused about getting the kids back. The kids were happy to have a normal and pretty much normal school year. So thank you for all of your support for us. After attending the graduation at the high school, that was like one of the most feel-good events I've been to in a long time. I looked at the faces of those kids. They were all thanking us when they came up for the diplomas. Very excited. So was really proof that what we did was great. Just to let you know, on Wednesday of this week, the administrators will be attending a workshop in preparation for next year. We're presenting a revised district improvement plan. It's still in draft form. So we're going to be reviewing it with the other administrators and then working on how we're going to address students coming back in the fall, revisiting many of the processes that we have in place, like the SAT, the SRBI, and then the administrators will be constructing their own improvement plan for their building. August workshops are pretty much done. We're planned what we're doing inside the buildings as well as the new teacher orientation. And then I'm going to be meeting with the team to discuss the teacher evaluation for next year. That's pretty much all I have. Thank you.
Thanks, Judy. Sorry about that. All right, does you guys have anything else to say? If your report, you're all good. Well, we were thrilled for you. Look forward to the great things you're going to do. Board reports. No, sorry, Jim. Threw you off.
Thank you. Let me just start off by saying that Anthony and Nancy did a wonderful job this year. Very informative. You put all the needs and concerns, the students back to this board. Really, I've been on the board out for 7 years. Really involved. All the other kids did a great job also, but you know, especially this year, pandemic and stuff like that, did outstanding. Really did. And I want to say thank you, thank you. I wish you well on your next journey to college. I know you'll do great, and sky's the limit. So congratulations. Also, a high school graduation. I want to thank Dana and her staff for doing a great job. It went very smoothly. I supported the idea of you can't do the day, you know, saying with the rain, possible rain, stuff like that, but it didn't rain. That one day was absolutely beautiful day. And I said it went very smoothly. Did a great job. So thank you again and the staff. Also, as Neil pointed out earlier in his speech, the school year was quite a school year with the pandemic. I saw from Rose, school year is about starting. You know, made an effort with every school. We talked to the teachers and the students and staff, and try to get as many things done as possible for our education. You know, as far as like the the ducks events and stuff like that. You know, did a great job. He got brought in a professional cleaning crew to make sure that schools, you know, were being properly ventilated. And two issues that some things might have been broken. Mike McGrath, Chris Everone called them. They took care of that. I want to say thank you for getting to it properly and getting fixed in a timely manner. So that's about it. I said I hope next year will be a lot smoother than it was this year. But
Your lips to God's ears, too.
yes, but I will say, it was accomplished because cooperation amongst the administration, the teachers, the board, it wasn't easy, but you know what, we all worked together. And at the end of the day, it worked out, I think, very, very well. So just want to give everybody a shout out for the great job that they did this past year. Thank you very much.
Just a couple things, I think all the schools that were able to do promotion ceremonies outside and try to bring some normalcy back, obviously. Twins and Bailey had an opportunity to attend a couple of Bailey and thank the staff there for doing it out back and managed to get through them. And then just in regards to graduation, just making sure to stay with you and all your classmates. We're all happy to be back live in person. And then to the superintendent, the parental feedback so far, they love the setup of the stage, you can see me on both sides. And asking Mackenzie and Anthony, the only thing the parents love is that 4 p.m. start.
I was gonna say.
I don't know what you guys know about 4 p.m. graduation, but to listen to the parents, they seem pretty strong in that early start.
Jim, Rosie and I were saying the same thing on the way out, but the start time was great. The traffic was better, I think it was.
I think it worked out really well. One of the reasons for the 4 o'clock start was, unfortunately, you couldn't have the after party. And it gave families an opportunity to be together afterwards and get your pictures taken and do all those kinds of, fun family things. And friends are together and whatnot. So, I think the 4 o'clock was pretty good. It's the question, what are we going to do with the after event next year? And we'll have some conversations.
I just wanted to say there was always been amazing 17, 18-year-olds that I had met. Graduation was amazing. Fun was part of it, but it just was so well organized and it just flowed so nicely. And the other day I was driving by St. Bailey, there was all the groups outside, everyone was getting ready for their graduation. And I kind of just smiled because I saw people walking in and everyone was happy, which is something nice to do, normal thing. It was really nice to see. And that's it. It just really worked out well.
Congratulations on your graduation.
Anthony, I'm sorry, I always check myself, I apologize for that, but I just can't help it. Just remind me of it, but you guys were great. I'm looking forward to working with new people. I enjoy everything about graduation. I wasn't thrilled about the 4 o'clock start, but it actually worked out well. And at some point in time, we might be able to go back to the night because the kids go to the future. But if we don't, I think 4 o'clock is a great time to start it. And so it worked out well, and I'm glad she didn't do it on the original day. The night before that was perfect.
It was real juvenile.
So it works out really well. So I know it's always like one of those schools, like the snow day schools. She made the right
Would have been a lot sooner.
decision. Right.
Rosie, great seeing
I too just want to congratulate Mackenzie and thank you for all your hard work over the past couple of years. We'll miss you, so make sure you come back when you're on break and say hi and let us know how things are going. I also want to thank administrators, teachers, and all the staff in the schools for all the extra work you had to do this year, and that you did it, and you did it with such dignity, and you just made everything really special for our kids, and I thank you for that. It was difficult teaching hybrid, I know, and I know how much you had to work and how abundant beyond that you went, so thank you all. And I'd also like always taking my calls and listening to me and taking some of my suggestions. I really appreciate it. And I know it's extremely tough to do it all on you. It went really well. Thank you.
Marissa, I think by the time it gets to me, we've got everything covered. I love you guys. I'm gonna miss you. I hope that you come back and visit us and keep us on our toes and make sure that, that they keep us in mind, okay? That'll be your job next year. And again, kudos to teachers, administrators, maintenance people, Neil, I know it can be difficult at times, but I still love it. I appreciate all that everybody does. Thank you. And I pray each day that next year, the start of the next year will be quite different than the start of this year. Amen.
Again, I'm echoing everything that everyone has already said, high school graduation, which I secretly refer to in my head as Camp Super Bowl. Went incredibly well. The date change, I think, was phenomenal. The weather couldn't have been better. The excitement in everybody's faces. It's literally my favorite day of the year. And it has surpassed Christmas as a Board of Ed member. Like, it's just so much fun to see how happy all the kids are, how proud all the parents are, and the teachers. You guys, it's like a new beginning at the end of every year. The school opening, while it was challenging at times because everyone had a differing opinion based on what they interpreted the facts to be, and the facts were continually changing. I appreciate the fact that every member on the school, whether they agreed with what my position was or not, was able to have an open and respectful dialogue back and forth about where we stood on things. And I have learned things from each and every one of you that I may not have considered in the past, and from your viewpoints and from your life situations that I may not have considered. So I just want you all on the board to know how much I appreciate you and how much support I felt as the chair, making some decisions that were really hard to make. And I'm sure Neil feels the same way. You know, some of them may not have made the right call every single time, but overall, I think we made the best calls. And I appreciate that all of the staff, from the administrators on down to every single member that is employed by the West Haven School District, because once we decided what we were going to do, whether they agreed with our decision or not, they went forward and made it happen. And I cannot be more proud of the work that was put in by our staff, because we could not have done it. We did not make the school year successful. You all and they all made the school year successful. And your students and your parents will come to appreciate you more than you know, and more than they know right now. Once they move on to college, I feel like things are really, really different based on my personal experience. So I just want to know how much I appreciate it. Before I get myself all emotional. And I don't know, Jesse, thank you. Thank you, Leah. Thank you, Judy.
Can I just add one more thing to say about that? First of all, I really thought it was important. I spent a lot of time with Mike this year listening and answering your questions. You know, they don't go unheard, and we do base our decisions on that. However, the other thing I think is important to point out is in the midst of finishing this year, I think our administrative team has done a really good job of getting a head start on our hiring process for next year. And you know, with that in mind, I typically like to put the board on notice that sometimes it becomes necessary, even though we only have one meeting in July, if we proceed with a lot of hiring, to get a quick 2 or 3 or 4 minute meeting and just hire the people just so we can get them on the payroll and get them orientated. So, you know, over the next couple of weeks, we'll get very close to completing hiring, hopefully. And I may ask you to come together for a special meeting, or it could be a Zoom meeting. We'll figure it out, but it'll just be to hire staff for next year.
Neil, which is our July meeting? Is it the first
It's
Monday?
the third, no, it's the third Monday. So
I just, I'm
we've
asking,
got-
I'm in the Outer Banks for a few weeks.
We've got 4 weeks, so I would think between now, maybe a couple of weeks, it may
Okay.
be necessary to have a special meeting for hiring.
If I'm away, my trusty vice chair. will Stand in my
This
seat.
doesn't even need to be done at night. We do it in one way, you know, whichever convenient.
If it's a Zoom, I'll be able to Zoom. All right, D1, approval of minutes. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes from the Board of Education from the 17th. Second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Oh, thank you. I would like to make a motion to do D2 inclusive from 21-24 to 21-29, and then I'd also like to make a motion up from 30 when I get to that.
Kim, I don't think you need a motion. I just think you're taking that off the agenda.
Oh, I thought I had to move it. Is it already on F3? Okay, Michelle Sullivan is already under F3, so I'm gonna entertain.
Just removing it from that part.
Got it. So I'll entertain a motion for 21-24 through 21-29. I'll make that motion. Second. Any discussion? Just like to wish them well. Thank you. Yep, thank all of them for their years of service to the school district. And certainly miss them and wish them well in their endeavors. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? I'd also like to entertain a motion for D3, 21-31 to 21-49, all inclusive.
Motion.
Second. Any discussion? Yes, congratulations, my old schoolmate. Very proud of you. Thank you. I also wanted to say, I noticed a lot of former West Haven High School graduates on this list of coming back to teach in our district, and I love seeing that. So I will entertain a motion to have a very discussion. All in favor? Aye. Sorry, the year hasn't been frazzled. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Excellent, motion passes. Congratulations. D4, new business, 21-50, the settlement agreement between the Board of Education and the West Haven Federation of Nurses. Motion to approve. Thank you. Second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Excellent.
Yeah, Kev, I know you guys already voted, but I just want to point one thing out in that contract, which I think is really going to be beneficial for us. You guys know the trouble we've had retaining nurses recently, constantly hiring. We've got an agreement now that will allow us to negotiate based on years of experience, especially in the school, with the blessing of the Nurses Association. So that was really important for us because someone's got 10, 15 years experience as a nurse, it's tough to bring them in at step one. So we now have the flexibility. I want to thank the nurses for that. They recognized that the turnover was just too much for the last couple of years. Hopefully it's not us.
Great. Thank you very much for that work. 21-51, contract for residents. Presented, on the motion. Second. Any discussion? Favor? Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Excellent. 21-52, contract for Matthew Cavallaro. Motion. Second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Passes. 21-53, contract for Tamara Mersko. Motion. Second. Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes. And the rest of the agenda is informational. So I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion. And there are pastries from the lovely Meg Kingston over there. If anyone would like to indulge themselves. You're making me so